There we are.
Hello.
Hello, bedtime Bible stories with the Wilsons. There's our fire and everything. We're good. We're in good shape. Super bun. Super bun.
Super bun.
All right. Here we go. I don't know. We don't read these stories ahead of time, so sometimes they're good and sometimes they're terrible. So we'll see. There's Penny from Florida. Penny, Friday we're leaving for Florida, but we're not. We're going up to Pennsylvania for something, and then we're coming down. We should be there by Sunday night. So
Yay!
I can't buy you a steak on Saturday. I probably won't be there till Sunday. But anyway, all right. So hi Joe, bedtime Bible stories with the Wilsons. Here we go. Leonardo, hello, Pauletta. Here we go. You guys ready? I don't know when it comes to the first girl. I know there's a girl in here you read. And I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. You're going to have to sound like a girl if you're reading the girl's part. Okay. Pay attention, okay, so you know where you're supposed to read. Okay, the first girl looks like it's Gladys. You're Gladys, and you are Jane.
Oh, Jane.
And I'll be the narrator. Get your face in here.
I sound like a girl kind of anyways.
Well, your voice is going to change soon, and then you'll sound like Jane, and then you'll sound like Joe, and then you'll sound like Jane, and then you'll sound like Joe, and then you'll sound like Jane. Like... It's annoying when your voice
That's
starts
what
to...
happens?
Yes. Your voice will start cracking, and you'll sound like a doofus. All right. Hello, Leonardo from Brazil. See, we got people even from Brazil watching us.
Hello.
I don't know what time it is in Brazil. Is it bedtime in Brazil? I don't think so.
Must be morning.
It's probably earlier. I would say it's 3 hours earlier, maybe.
Maybe.
Yes, Joe, this will be funny. Bedtime Bible stories with the Wilsons. Here we go. Gladys and Jane, the little girl who lived next door, were playing happily with their dolls. Oh no. That's nice. Suddenly, something terrible happened. Just how it happened, nobody knows. But before anybody could do anything about it, the beautiful baby doll that Gladys prized so much slipped out of Jane's arms and crashed on the floor. Seriously, that's the voice you've chosen.
Oh, Jane!
Yeah, do your British voice. That's good.
Oh, Jane!
Cried Gladys.
You've dropped our baby doll! And it's broken, Jane. How could you? I am so sorry,
said Jane.
Ew! I didn't mean to.
Gladys picked up the doll and looked it over carefully.
Look, Jane! She
said sorrowfully.
Its head is broken. I could cry. This is bad. Oh,
sighed Jane, as if it had been a real baby that had been hurt.
But don't cry, Gladys. Please don't, or I shall cry too. What shall we do about it?
It's 2:45 a.m. in Nigeria. Peace. Why are you awake?
Yeah, what the
Why
heck?
are you up at 2:45 a.m. watching us on
TV.
Bedtime Bible Stories? Now, some little girls would have started to quarrel over a calamity like this. Do you know what quarrel is? See, this is an old book. What's a quarrel?
It's aggravating. Aggravating.
Wow. See, we invent new words in this family. We have people from other countries trying to learn English by watching us, and you say a word like arguvating.
It means argument.
That's incalculatable. All right. Now, some little girls would have started to quarrel over a calamity like this. Do you know what a calamity is?
What a calamity!
A mishap. Calamity, mishap, synonyms. See that? But not Gladys and Jane. They loved each other too much for that. Hug and show how much you love each other.
No thanks. I'll pass.
They do love each other.
Let's finger hug.
And now all that Gladys said was, you.
Let's see if we can mend it. Mend it? Do you think we could?
Said Jane.
I think I should choose a different voice.
I think so too.
Me too.
I think so.
Just
I think so.
Said Gladys, trying to put the pieces together.
If only we had some glue.
I know just where there is some.
said Jane.
I saw a bottle downstairs. I'll go and get it.
Why don't you
That's a creepy little girl. Off she ran, anxious to do all she
do
could to make...
English?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
just
do
do
English.
Off she ran. Yeah, then we'll have a multicultural thing going on. That's good. Off she ran, anxious to do all that she could to make amends for dropping the precious doll. Very soon she was back again with a rather dirty old bottle of glue in her hand.
It looks... I keep getting caught up in the voice.
Yeah,
It looks very old.
said Gladys.
I hope the glue will stick properly.
I hope so.
Said Jane,
That's not a little
trying
girl
hard
voice.
to open a bottle.
But the cork won't come out. That's a good voice.
Where's it? Let me try.
Said Gladys, but Gladys couldn't move it either. Then Jane had another try, and presently Gladys wrestled with it again.
What shall we do?
She said,
We could have
The dolly.
We could have had the dolly all fixed up by now. I'm going downstairs to ask Daddy to open it.
so downstairs she went with the glue bottle in her hand. Daddy tried his very best to open it, but he too failed. What kind of dad do they have? You have a better dad than their dad.
Can't even open a
Oh,
bottle.
you mean-
Take it to the uncle, he said.
Take it to
His
Uncle.
hands are stronger than mine. So Gladys took the bottle to Uncle and asked him to open it, but he
Uncle.
couldn't either.
It's no
No,
use.
no.
I'm Gladys.
It's no use, Gladys.
Oh,
It's no use, Gladys. That bottle might just as well be thrown away.
He said, oh, it's me. That's me.
Oh.
It's no use, Gladys. That bottle might as well just be thrown away, he said. We'll get another one for you when the stores are open. Gladys took the bottle from Uncle and walked upstairs to the bedroom.
Sorry.
sorry. Sorry, Jane, but nobody can open it. Uncle says he'll buy us a new bottle of glue when the store's open.
But we want to mend the dolly now.
Said Jane.
Yes,
Said Gladys.
we must.
And then, dropping her voice to a whisper, she added,
Do you know, Jane?
That's a creepy voice.
I know somebody who can open this glue bottle. Do you?
Asked Jane.
Who is it?
Gladys whispered in her ear, and Jane whispered back.
Yes, Gladys.
They have to hear you.
Yes, Gladys.
Whisper like they do in the movies.
Yes, Gladys.
Yes, Gladys.
Yes, Gladys. Why didn't we think of that before?
Now, if you could have peeped into that bedroom a few minutes later, you would have seen a most beautiful sight, for there on their knees beside the two little chairs were the two little girls asking Jesus to open that glue bottle.
Dolly's head is broken and needs fixing.
Oh,
Dear Jesus,
Said Gladys.
Dolly's head is broken and needs fixing. We must have some glue. We can't open the bottle. Neither can Daddy, no Uncle, no anybody. But I know you can. Won't you please open it for us? Amen.
When they rose from their knees, Jane started to walk over to the glue bottle and try the cork, but Gladys stopped her.
No!
She said in a loud whisper.
We must give him a chance to get it open.
They're not going to understand what you're saying.
We must get a chance.
oh.
We must give him a chance to get it open.
So they both stood there for 2 or 3 minutes in absolute silence without speaking a word, waiting for Jesus to work for them. Now, it might seem a very strange thing to some and quite unbelievable, but when Gladys picked up the bottle from the table and twisted the cork with her tiny fingers, it came right out. Then, without a doubt in their hearts that their prayer had been answered, they went calmly on mending the broken dolly. By and by, they went downstairs and showed the dolly to Mother and Father and Uncle. But where did you get the glue? They asked.
Out of the bottle?
They said. Then they told the wonderful story of what had happened upstairs. Nobody said a word for a while, and they were too amazed to speak.
Well, okay, so they're amazed that God did it. It's pretty terrible.
That's sad.
It's pretty sad.
Well, they must have had faith that they wouldn't have prayed for it in the first place. Have you guys ever had the Lord do something that you think is small, like other people would think is small, but to you it
Yes.
seems big?
Yes.
That kind of stuff happens to me all the time.
Like a million times, actually.
Yes. My mom, I'll tell this story. My mother, who just passed away, she told a story that when they bought their house in Florida, my mom swore she could control the weather. Remember how Gami always said she can control the weather?
Yeah.
Okay. She thought the Lord would make the sun come out just for her. She didn't care about the other 2 million people that lived in the area. It was just for her. But anyway. And I don't know if Jesus lets your team win on Sunday. But anyway, Gami bought that house in Florida. And the lady had a mirror behind the couch, and Mom loved mirrors. And she had never seen a mirror like it before. And she begged the lady when she bought the house, will you please let me buy the mirror? And the lady said, no, my daughter bought it for me. You can't have the mirror. I'm sorry. So my mom prayed about it, and the next day she went to a yard sale and found that exact mirror.
Oh my god.
And she told that story all the time that other people would think was goofy. But listen, the Bible tells us that if we seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, that all things will be added to us, right? So he does do small things for us, little things. It says that you'll receive, maybe he'll fix your bun. It says that we will receive the desires of our heart, right? That doesn't just mean spiritually, that means in life. God will grant us our wishes if we put him first. Even little goofy things like that. I've had those kind of things happen to me all the time. And then you know what you do? When those kind of things happen, you give God credit for it. Sometimes I give God credit for things I don't even know if it was him, but I figure if I just give it credit, he'll keep doing stuff, right? I'm like, I don't know if that was you, Lord, but thanks anyway. Well, he does all things, so in truth, it is him. Tilt your head one more time. I want to see that action. Look at that. Right now, we're going to close with prayer for Sky's bun. Oh, no!
I got no
On
action.
national TV, you lost the bun. That's terrible.
I can redo it.
Yeah, what's that take?
This.
I love it. All right. God bless you all. That's Bedtime Bible Stories with the Wilsons. You can share it if you want. And we're leaving for Florida. We're out of here. This winter stinks. There's our see, we got a fire going. We're not going to need that soon because we're going to be in sunny Florida.
Sunny
our next
Florida.
Bedtime Bible story for you will be from sunny Florida. All right. Love y'all. Have a great night. Does anybody want to give any thoughts about the lesson tonight?
Well, let me think here.
That's about what I figured.
God will help you through